Just going to wait for it to be joined. Oh, I haven't been joined. Hello. Oh my goodness. Just loading up on my laptop. Okay. Just let a few more people come in. Presuming that I can be heard. Good evening, guys. Hey, Kay, Anna, Karen, Patsy, Natalie, Sandy, Katinka, and Carla so far. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. Normal services resumed this stream. No big finishes, I'm afraid. And the return of Sow and Tell at about 8:15. Oh, great. I'm loud and clear. That's good. Good. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Still on a bit of a high from the finish. Yeah. It's been a funny old week, I have to tell you. Hello, Joyce. How are you doing? Hey, Cheryl. Hi, Stacey. And Gail. Happy Sunday. Hope you ladies are doing well. Yeah, it was a fantastic finish on Wednesday. It's a shame I can't do that every week, isn't it? Okay. Hi, Susan. Did I film the bath? No, I just dunked her in and give her a good bath. The grid's all out and she's had a freshen up. She's drying out now. I need to get her ironed and I want to get her off to Framer this week. Hey, Las Cruces de Jackie. Saludos de Ecuador. Hello from Ecuador. Hello to Ecuador. Hi, River. Hey, Laurie, Kelly. Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Gail. Yeah, she is looking very good. Just drying out now. Like I said, the grid's all out. And I do want to get her ironed and off to the Framer this week so we can get that underway. I need something nice in my life. Hey, Daphne. Are we twinning? Are you working on the same project? I have my one to rule them all out. Hi, chatters from a snowy small town in Ontario. It's snowing where you are, Laurie. And yes, same Lizzie. I can't wait to see her in the frame either. I'm like I said, I'm just ready to get her off to framing. I'll be honest with you, I'm hum-de-haring about sending her in special delivery or whether to actually take her up to the framer myself. I haven't sort of really talked about talked about it with Andy yet, so but I'm just wondering, do I trust the postal service enough? I wouldn't. Or what is it, Austin Ferry's what, about an hour away? No, it's less than an hour away. I'm just not sure. Looks like 815. Not quite. It is 3371. I'm stitching with. So anything above these stitches will be 310. But yeah, this one's currently 3371. Lots of shades of brown in this. So yeah. Cheryl's busy working on a Disney cross stitch. Yeah, she will have that project finished soon, I hope. Yes, Andy is here. Say hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
I suppose I can't grumble at that, because when you said to me the other day, say hi, Nikki, I said hi, Nikki. Trust the Postal Service, are you mad? Yeah, maybe not. Trust the Postal Service, are you mad? Watching you do all these new starts is torture, and restarting Gemma, oh dear. I would take it with me physically. Yeah, I think, you know, that's what I might end up doing. And, you know, go and deliver it physically. It's far too precious, I think, to trust the Postal Service. You know, but I was kind of weighing it up, because we do have this special delivery option here. But yeah, I think you guys are probably right. Let's not leave it in the lap of the gods. Lizzie says hello, Andy. Hi. June says hello, I'm here. I've had the live on since the start, but I had to make coffee. No worries at all. Cool. So I've got another new start coming this week. So wait and see where it is. And River, I'm so sorry, River, I can't remember your other name. Says hi, Andy. Hi, Reg. Liz has got to contact Lakeside Needlecraft for some fabric. Cool. Over 1,000 now, not since I see you started. Hope it gets better. Hey, Sarah. Shelley, thank you, Shelley. I'm so sorry, I couldn't remember. And that must sound really awful. It's just I've got so much swimming around in my noggin right now. I've had a bit of a busy day today. Lauren goes to Paris with school this week. So yesterday we went and got some bits of shopping. Today I've sorted out her prepaid credit card. I've also responded to the solicitors about my ex-husband and his house, and it's just been one of those admin kind of days. My stepdad's been here as well, and it's just been, you know, a bit mad today. Catherine is coming in from Facebook. Hi, Catherine. Hey, Cindy. Hi, Caroline. Yep, Paris. Wow, indeed. She's been looking forward to it. It was announced last year, and the only way we could afford it was literally to do it bit by bit, payments over the year. And it will be a trip of a lifetime for her. So, and the furthest away from me that she has been ever. So, no, it won't actually, because she's been at home while I've been away with you to Poland.
Try Ukraine.
Ukraine. Yeah. As well, yeah. But it's furthest away she's been travelling without me. Hey, Tracy. Will I be quiet here? No, I'm assuming it won't be quiet. She's currently in the bath, but Hannah's down here with me. Say hello, Hannah. Hannah. Say hello, Hannah. You know what? Normally you are full of gob and never shut up when I'm recording a video. When I'm on a live, I won't say no. Hannah's in the house.
I'll say hello for Hannah.
And you are being asked, how are you doing?
I'm still deaf.
She's still deaf. She's
You
got...
are.
Exactly, that's what I keep saying. I am fed up with it.
Yeah, she's got a blocked ear. Yeah. But other than that, I think she's okay.
I am this close to giving up and just getting it to restart.
Yeah.
So close. I'm really getting bored of it.
Well, so yeah, she's grumpy. Fine,
That's
but grumpy.
Normal.
You being grumpy.
What?
Oh dear. Should we start this conversation again?
Yeah, please do.
We said you being grumpy is absolutely normal.
Yeah.
Even she agrees there, see. Shelley and Patsy also say hi to Hannah. hope your ear feels better soon. Yeah, it will. It'll be fine. She's just got a block in it, and she's been putting in olive oil. She's been told not to dig in it with cotton buds. It will loosen up. It's just taking a bit of time.
Telling her not to dig around with it with cotton buds is like telling her not to breathe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anna's very fond of cotton buds.
I mean, they do a job.
Yeah. But yeah, she
Not a very good job, but they do a job.
yeah, she's grumpy about it. And then her and Lauren got a new card game yesterday and have been playing that, and Lauren's been winning, and she's grumpy about that too. So you know how that goes. Sibling rivalry, it's marvellous. But they'll not be quarrelling tonight because they won't be playing while I am live streaming. Anyway, what are you guys working on? I know Cheryl there is working on a Disney cross stitch, and Daphne is working on this piece as well, Run to Rule Them All. But what are you guys working on?
Stitching.
There are 50 odd of you in here. So what have you got out on your frames? Andy said to me earlier, he said 127 is the one to beat. And I'm like, yeah, that won't happen tonight. I'm not doing a big finish.
Oh, you've been fed. Greedy animals.
Cats have to be fed.
Yeah. Oh, that cat.
She came and meowed in my face yesterday morning and bit my lip.
You see the structure that I get off?
June's got a Disney one on. Gail has done some stitching on Lady and Poppy's and Luca Esket. Story Keep Last Supper Haid for Sandy, 72.28%. The usual for Susan, which will be a stitching shelf. Yeah, that's exactly right there, Denise. That's what they've told Hannah. Don't dig because it'll make the wax deep. Focus on a finish for Kay, which is Harmony. Tracy's working on the Union Jack Quaker flag by Vivsters on Etsy. Shelley is working on It's About Time, Chiara Marchetti, 88.28%. June got a set of 6 Nurge hoops this week. I'm assuming it's Nurge, and autocorrect has done its thing there. Patsy is doing Vintage Sewing Machine by Stitching Jules Design. Yes, I was looking at that earlier, Patsy. What I would, when we show that in show and tell, you can tell us what colours that you're using and everything, because I notice it's a brighter colour. Cosmic Marbles for Anna Karen at 5.93%. Cool. So yeah, Flamingos for Haid, Sal for Joyce. Natalie somehow ended up splitting the canvases in places, which has caused me issues. Oh dear. That is not good. No stitches for Carla. She's busy organising flossing hangers for Pip and Chip. A master set. Cool. Cindy saw that chart. It's beautiful. Caroline is working on Together We Stand by Haid. Fabulous. Hope those of you that have in my group have shared a picky on my thread, please.
Yes, because Show and Tell's back tonight.
Yes, Show and Tell is back. I missed it on Wednesday, but you know what? I think it was perfectly timed to stream on Wednesday to get her finished for, bang on 9:30. Sarah's working on Minnie at the watering hole and getting to grips with two-handed stitching. Brilliant. How are you finding it? Sometimes it's easier to put the naughty hand on top. So the one that is non-dominant, try it on the top. Apologies. Lizzie, slow progress on Birds and Blooms. Red was doing some diamond painting but finished, so moved one of my older whips, Hungarian folk embroidery. Well, that's what I get for posting first. Hey, no worries, Nicola. Jack just zips along. It certainly does. Okay. Katinka's back to Little Cake Shop after a weekend of cross-country skiing. Feels nice to sit on the couch, skiing, not stitching. Did you put what you're working on, Kelly? Because I can't see it. I see that you said there that your kids were 12-hour drive away when they went to college. That must have been quite quite something. That I can't imagine that. And she also says to you, Hannah, that she hopes your ear feels better soon. No more digging. And Kelly says she's looking forward to seeing everyone's projects, as am I. I had a wee sneak peek at the thread earlier, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it as well. Cindy, I never ordered from Hayden. What does max colour versus minute versus larger, etc. mean? Okay, so there are several sizes of charts. So there's a mini, which is a small version. There is a standard, regular size, and then there are super size. And then for colours, there are max colour, colour expansion, and regular. So definitely read the listing. So yeah, definitely read the listing on the Hayden website. And if you want any help, pop a post in the group, Cindy. Kelly, yes, I did, but it's way back there. I was working on Winter Queen. Have you finished frogging out the Whisper, or are you still doing that, Kelly? Just listen and try not to be enabled on Show and Tell. I hope I write that correctly. You did indeed, Carla. Absolutely spot on. Okay. Oh. So yeah, it's it'd be quite nice to see some Show and Tell tonight. Okay. You all right there, my love? Huh? You're very quiet. Yes, I did finish frogging out the Whisper. I'm working on bottom right swagged area of her skirt. She's still in the Q-snap. Great stuff. Cool. And I have also been working on my model stitch this weekend as well, because that came in at the end of last week. So I've been busy with that as well. It's been quite a weekend really. It's busy bashing around in the oven.
Oh, it's normal.
You're right there, Hannah.
Yeah.
She's cooking some chickens.
Only because I ain't got no chips.
Nothing wrong with it.
Chippy at Top at Road,
No, I've got Sunday.
It's not on Sundays.
isn't it?
No.
It used to be.
I've been for years.
It used to be.
Marina is, but ours is not.
Oh. I think I'm going back to being a semi-monogamy stitcher. I'm finding having all these projects started is stressing me out. Yeah, you might need to get yourself a rotation there, Patsy. How is Dennis doing? He is absolutely fine. Very opinionated.
Doesn't know when to shut up.
No change in personality, apparently. No, in all seriousness, he's all good. Thank you very much for asking, Sandy. He's still using his ear spray, but he's essentially back to full health.
Well, you can tell he is because he was here earlier talking about westerns.
Oh my God, he just wouldn't shut up about Western movies, would he?
No.
He likes his Western.
Westerns, electric cars, politics, and the news. Don't talk about any of them things with Dennis. Kelly, I'm going to do another thread of 210 tomorrow, probably. My WQ is not light blue. No worries. I'm going to start a thread in the group, actually. When I was at the retreat, oh, hi, Esther. And yes, Sandy, back to normal. When I was at the retreat last week, see what you guys think to having this as a thread, just to encourage one another a little bit. How many of you, hands up, have got a project that you like, but to work on it's a real struggle because it's either in time out or you just don't have the oomph to work on it, or, you know, that kind of thing? How many of you have got a project that you want to get finished, but you're not getting anywhere with? Hands up. Okay. River, Shelley, can you please let me know what your rotation is? I think you said, but if you did, I forgot. So my rotation, I split my week up into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I have a piece on a Monday, Tuesday, where I look to get in 1,000 stitches over those 2 days. The same with the Wednesday, Thursday, the same with the Friday, Saturday, and then there's a Sunday stitch, which I do however many I get in on. And then Wednesday night live stream is my focus for a finish, which comes out once I've completed my rotation stitches. And then Sunday live streams normally will be Sunday stitches, but when there's a new start, it comes out on the Sunday live stream as well. Okay. Hi, Tracy. Yeah. Hi, Chrissy. Watching on a 70-inch TV while Hubs tapes an app. That sounds great. Okay. Okay. Right. So all of you, or lots of you in here, have got a project that you want to work on, but for one reason or another, you're not working on it and it's not getting loved. Right. My pandemic's a bit like that. So we're going to start a 1 strand at a time thread. Okay. So when you're ready to do a stitchy session, it's like going to be a game. Okay. So the rules of the games are, when you do, because we're not making no goals, we're making no cast irons, no guarantees. We're not putting any pressure on ourselves. But the rules of the game is thus. If you're sitting down for a stitchy session, pull out that one piece or you know, whichever piece it is that day that you want to get a little progress on, and put in 1 strand of floss or 1 length of floss, and then post on that thread. How does that sound? And every time that you add to it, go and add another comment onto your comment, another photo on your comment, and then you'll be able to see just how much progress you're getting. And after about 6 or 7 sessions, I guarantee you'll be seeing lots of progress, and you'll want to work on that all the time. What do we think? Do you think that'll work?
I think it's a good idea.
I think I might have to take up that idea with some of my diamond paintings that I've got.
Yes.
But I've still got a big one out that I haven't touched for ages. So I think I might
Yep.
have to take that with like just doing a teeny bit on it here and there.
Yeah, you can do it with your diamond painting, Hannah. So 1 strand, 1 thread, just, you know, pull off one little piece of thread and work it in. You don't have to do a whole 6 strand thread. Just do even just 1 single strand of thread, put it in. So like, I'm bringing off now 938 in this one. So if I was doing this challenge, I would work this in, take a photo now, work this in, take another photo, post them. So shall we start that? I'll stick a thread in there tomorrow. So there we go. Gail's got watercolour turtle, been in timeout since last year. Perfect. So that would be one that you can put in for this scale. If you did 1 strand a day on it, or 1 strand of stitchy session on it, or, you know,
No,
say
no, please don't do that.
Monday,
Not
Wednesday and
please.
Friday,
Did you get in that stuff?
you know, that kind of thing. You just choose the days that you want to work on it. If it's 1 day a week, if it's 3 days a week, if it's 7 days a week, it doesn't matter. But then if you put your progress pictures on, you will see how far you've come just by adding 1 strand a day and over, you know, 7 or 8 sessions. You'll have added in loads. So it worked for paper pattern. It'll work for anything that's in timeout. Anything that you need to get finished, but you just think, ugh, I can't be bothered for that. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Kay has the Bossy Threads kit that I love, but a low stitcher on it as I hate the threads. Yeah, that would definitely work. Tracy can't do that now because it's in the landfill. Oh dear.
It's in the landfill.
Oh dear.
Something went wrong there then.
Definitely. Gail can manage 1 a day. Alice by Mirabilia there for Lizzie. Last time spent more time frogging than stitching. Work. Yeah, you see, I had somebody ask me at the retreat, you know, how do I stay interested? And, you know, there is actually a Facebook group called 1 Strand a Night, but this is something that we can adopt in our group. You know, a strand per a stitchy session strand. You know, work it in and you'll get there. Mine will be Alice by Mirabilia. Last time spent more time frogging than stitching. Oh dear. We don't like the frog.
Damn that frog.
Yes, indeed. Damn that frog. So, yeah, right. We'll start that then. I'll, if I don't do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. We'll pop that thread in and we can have a look. Long Dog Sampler Saga. Perfect. Oh dear, Shelley put one in the bin 2 days ago. 18% done, but it was rubbish. I bet it wasn't. We're all our own worst critics.
So close.
I have a couple that will turn out great, but are boring to stitch. Little stuff. Yeah, you see, that's the thing, Kelly. If you just did a strand or 2 of floss a time, all of a sudden you've got progress on it. But, you know, you see, the thing is, I've had comments on my floss tube that obviously I get in 1,000 stitches per project, which is, you can see the progress when I've done those stitches. But it doesn't matter how many stitches you put in. You can see the progress with 50 stitches. Progress is progress. But yeah, I think, you know, if we celebrate the little bits of progress, you know.
I'm coming back in a second.
Okay, come back in a second then. Celebrate the little bits of progress. Okay. Carissa Rose by Gecko Rouge, my daughter got it me. Yeah. Which one is it that you've got, Patsy? Which Carissa Rose? See, Hannah perked her ears up at that because she's been neglecting her diamond painting a little bit. So, you know, she could quite easily do that.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, you're full of good ideas. I can tell you this.
Back.
Full of something.
A little blurry then.
It is blurry.
Everything's so blurry.
Not now. Okay. I've got Caroline Manning that on fabric I don't like. Very floppy at 31%. Once it's done, you won't see the fabric everywhere. Anyways, yeah. You see, that's the thing, Joyce. You know, sometimes we're working on stuff and we don't like the fabric or we don't like the threads. I don't like stuff with loads of metallics in it. but just putting in a strand every stitchy session, you are going to get an amazing amount of progress. So yeah, let's do it. Hey Lindsay, Epiphany, I think, a black and white candy skull. Oh, is it one of the like sugar skull type ones? Oh my goodness, excuse me. Oh, a good old yard. Come on. There we go. That's it. That's better. Yeah, so you're going to do that with your diamond painting, aren't you, Hannah? Put in a few diamonds, and then you can get your progress in, can't you? Now I'm intrigued by what everyone is going to put on that thread. Yeah, I reckon we could get enabled just by that, you know, and you could get, well, I suppose, inspired by it as well, because I think everybody has got a whip that, let's face it, I can't be asked with. Got to do it, CBeebies.
I know you have.
Yes, you're still moving forward, not just stagnant. I'm in. Yep, perfect, Cindy, perfect. Susan, we'll do it with long dog samplers, death by cross stitch. Yep, perfect. Andy singing, Nicola, not now. Me laughing out loud. My husband looking at me funny. I already know when I put the one strand in, I will carry on. Maybe, but even if you just put the one strand in, it's one strand. I have a silly question, says Becca. No such thing. Does cross-country make your stitches look different? I'm currently parking and the hanging threads are starting to drive me crazy, but I haven't cross-country stitched before. They can look a little bit different because, you know, when you're doing parking, you are literally putting stitch against stitch against stitch. But obviously with cross-country, you know, you've got stitches like sort of these ones here with nothing around them. So it will look a bit odd until you, like Betty says there, until you start filling it in, and you might see threads trailing across the back. But just be very careful. Be very careful with, you know, if you're going across an area, just make sure you haven't got lots of pale colours to put in, because you'll see the trailing thread. I have an elephant one that's printed and someone got it wet, so it's smudged in the middle. Yeah, I reckon you could fill that one in. Did you get presumably you got a printed pattern with it, June? So anyway, so roughly how long do you think it will take you to put in a single thread? 20 minutes, half an hour? Just by doing it, you know, if you add that up over a year.
Soon adds up that.
A cross-country stitch and also park, depending on project, i.e. confetti or block colours. Yeah. I've been cross-stitching for 30 years, always cross-country, always looks fine. Yeah. But yeah, it can, like I said, I mean, it can look a bit, you know, you get some weird shapes cropping up until you're filling it in. Obviously, you need to make sure that your tension's spot on as well. Don't over-tighten or over-pull your stitches. And just be careful where your trailing threads are. They're not going to be under where you're going to be stitching on some white. I lost a picture. I lost a pattern, but I do have a picture. Perfect. I'm cross-country stitching a page of a project. I don't think I would do the whole pattern that way. No, you know, and once when you finish that page, Lizzie, it's like a finish in itself, isn't it? Because that was the other thing that I was asked at the retreat. You know, how do you not get overwhelmed by a big, massive project? keep, you know, working page by page and setting those little goals, keeping it in a small frame so you can't see a huge, great big expanse of white fabric that you think, oh, cracky, I've got to fill that in.
That's one way of doing it.
And, you know, celebrating every page finish. I'll definitely do that. And a carrying depends on how long or short I cut the thread. Definitely. Tension's definitely my weak point. I'll have to work on that. Yeah. If you work in a frame, Becca, just make sure that, you know, your tension's right on it. Can't stand dangling threads, but I do see the benefits of parking. Yeah. I broke a stitching shelf down to one seam at a time, and each done is a finish. Absolutely. Yes. Lindsay, great advice there. Don't let ninja stitches beat you. Joyce reminds me of a weaver saying, I come from a town with lots of textile industry. The saying goes, a thread a day makes a sleeve in a year. Yes. Absolutely it does. I have a Bella Filipina that I bought for hubby, says Chrissy. I haven't worked on it in over a year. It keeps asking me about it too. If you do a thread a day on that one, you'll have it finished in no time, won't you? When I finished this first bird, I will ring a bell in my mind. Absolutely. Celebrate the little finishers. You see, a project itself isn't only finished when you put in the last stitch. It's finished when you finish a page, a scene, a feature, a thread colour. You know, for example, for those that do extreme cross country across the whole project, when you get a 0, you know, how good is that? I was getting, you know, a dozen or more 0s a day in a lot of stages of finishing She Sleeps, and it was fantastic. Got, you know, it was like a buzz every time.
That's because you're near the end, though.
Yeah, but you celebrate the little finishers. Haven't been feeling it due to all your full coverage projects. Yeah, I can understand that, Chrissy. See, I put pandemic down for over a year, and I've started working it again, and she's pandemic's my new focus for a finish. So, you know, She Sleeps may have disappeared, but it will be back.
I'll be back.
Once she's framed, and I'll be looking at it. That's exactly why I switched from diagonals to columns, says Becca. The diagonal finishes took forever. Yes. Diagonal finishes can take forever, especially when they get longer and longer and longer and longer. But you do columns and you go down to the page break. Before you know it, you finished your page. Joyce says, I've got a stitching time and look at it as 20 minutes. Yep. All good. So hopefully we're all feeling a little bit buoyed up now about those projects that we have neglected, because we've all got at least one that we neglect. And we're going to go one strand at a time. Slow progress is better than no progress.
Correct.
One of my ladies who watches, you know, we chat about stitching a fair bit, and she says, I've got X amount of wisps. Works in slow progress. Slow progress is better than none. We've got this. And I am less than 12,000 stitches left on pandemic now, because I put in 500 stitches yesterday.
Because you is clever.
Deal. Indeed, Joyce, deal. I will post up a thread, like I said, either tonight or tomorrow. And it's not going to be a goal orientated. It's not going to be a target. It's going to be, let's see how much progress we can get. Can we have any bell ringing on that thread? And right on cue.
That's what we're looking for. We want to hear the bells ringing.
We definitely do. Oh, keeps going blurry. I'm really sorry, chaps.
Resisting the urge to sing it again.
There we go. Oh dear. Let's have a drink of my tea.
As you do.
Oh my days. Sunday night cup of tea.
Better than coffee.
Well, yeah, to be fair, yeah.
I don't drink coffee.
So, other things. What else have I got to tell you about this week? Had my first round of dental last Monday, and last Monday night I had the best night of sleep I've had in months. And I'm not even joking. I woke up having not woken up all night long because whilst I didn't get any pain from my teeth, I've been getting some discomfort, and it would wake me up during the night. And I seem to have recovered from the first round, and the next round is on Tuesday. I also went to weight loss club. I've lost another £0.5 pound, so 2.5 pounds, 2.5 ickle pounds to target. Hannah keeps saying it's 2.5 stone, and I'm going to thump her. If I lose 2.5 stone, I'll disappear.
Never been 2.5.
But we are getting there slowly but slowly. I'm hoping end of February for my target. It was supposed to be end of January, but that didn't happen. But to be fair, in January, I had my birthday and what have you, and I had a couple of days away. And I wasn't thinking about weight loss. I was thinking about having a good time. Oh, I've gone blurry again.
Was it not?
Absolutely, it was.
It was nice.
Thanks for letting me know there, Kelly.
It was nice to be away with you for a couple of days.
Bygone Summer was a bit like that because it's supersized, match colours, confetti heavy. It probably made so many mistakes. My parents who've been cross-stitching since before I was born said they still fudge it. Yeah. You see, the thing is, where am I? The thing is, Lizzie, I have my Leonid Afremov piece, and there are some times when there is a stitch there, and I'm like, why am I threading up a piece of fabric, a piece of thread for a single stitch? I'm just going to use the nearest available colour. I've done that a few times. And having a stitch in that's not the prescribed colour that's on the chart just turns your piece unique. Tracy's working on One Piece Flag. Was supposed to switch out tomorrow, but focusing on a finish. 1,215 stitches remaining. That'll be done in a flash. You can do it indeed.
You can do it.
You can do it.
When you're being cute.
Yep, it is show and tell time. Let me just finish off these few stitches and we will get out show and tell. And let's see how we can enable people today. Patsy, you still in here?
Patsy's PayPal might not be liking this section.
Kelly's going to go and grab an apple before show and tell. No worries, Kelly. Hang on. 2 ticks for you, no problem. Yeah, Patsy is still in here. Get ready, Patsy.
It's Patsy's PayPal I'm worried about.
Bless her. But just remember what you've just said. No more starts. Get some finishes. No worries, Tracy. I'll give you a sec. No problem at all. Let me know when you're done. And we'll go and have a look. Patsy's always ready. I love it.
That 4-woman's paper.
She loves it, really. Don't you, Patsy? Come on. There we go. Dim, dim, dim. That one is done. Oh, have you done 1,000 stitches, Kay? Nicely done. I've had Realm of Middle Earth map out today. It's the only bit of your life I stopped stitching for, says Pat. Oh, bless you. Brilliant. I have done 1,161 up to now. 161 on this and 1,000 on Realm of Middle Earth. I've also had my model out in between as well. My model's super cute this time. I feel awful I can't share them with you, but it's super cute. It's a slightly shorter time frame as well for this one because they want it back for photography by middle of February. And it's about 7,000 stitches and it won't go in Pattern Keeper. How annoying. First time that I've had a model that will not load into Pattern Keeper.
It's like I said to you before, though, Nikki, before the age of Pattern Keeper, what did we all do?
We worked on paper and stuff, but I get that. But, you know, Pattern Keeper, I'm sure everybody in this chat will agree, having a chart in Pattern Keeper makes things so much easier and quicker.
It does. Allegedly. I mean, fair play if it helps you.
It does.
But there was always a way. It's the same with anything, really. There was always a way before the modern way.
Yeah. Lizzie here says, without Pattern Keeper, I wouldn't be interested. Yeah, really? Paper patterns are hard. I've had Ice Dragon out this week and on paper, and I've had Frog a couple of times. And let's put it this way, there was a little bit of gesticulating that went on. Lindsay doesn't use Pattern Keeper paper and pencil. Marie uses good notes for paper patterns that don't go in. Take a photo with my phone, then use the highlighter. Yeah. Did Andy say allegedly there? He did.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm definitely a Pattern Keeper convert. But, you know, there are times when it's paper and pencil.
If that's the way it has to be, I mean, not every pattern is Pattern Keeper compatible. That's nothing. That's not your fault.
No, Gail, you're not the only one for paper and pencil, my lovely. There's a few of us. I mean, like I said, I've got paper and pencil patterns, and there's a few others cropping up in the chat. Lindsay says, knowing my luck, Pattern Keeper would go wrong. I've been using it for 4 years now, I think, about 4 years.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Not missed a beat.
No.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, I think if you could see it and explore it, then you'd know a little. You'd have more. You'd have a. How do I put this? Kind of like you'd have faith in it. It's a digital pattern. It doesn't require an internet connection. You know, the only time you require an internet connection is when you're exporting to Google Drive. Pattern Keeper is the reason I have so many whips and new starts. Joyce has been collecting patterns, fabric and floss to lots of new starts, but now after a few I begin to dislike the blank canvas again and again. Well, hopefully our little thread will help.
That's what it's designed to do.
Kelly also uses only paper patterns or books, no pattern keeper. Kumari on YouTube only used paper patterns until about a year ago. And then she got pattern keeper, and now I think she's definitely a pattern keeper convert. Okay, thanks, Tracy. Right, let's have a look at Sew and Tell and see what you guys have been working on. So, Patsy, put your needle down.
Get a tell, Vicky.
Yeah. Patsy knows I love her.
I know.
My pin cushion. There we go. Right. Okay. You should call it the single thread. Yes, that's what I'm going to call it, Patsy.
That's brilliant. The single thread.
Yeah. What did I do that for? Just open up Pattern Keeper again because I'm an absolute whomper. And there we go.
I love that. The single thread.
Yeah. That's what it is.
We come up with some brilliant names on this channel, haven't we?
Patsy's already glued. 325 members in the Facebook group. How amazing is that? Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. You deserve every single one of them there, sweetheart. And more.
Oh, Catherine's got laundry day. Heck. Right, okay. Sunday stream thread, 46 comments on this thread. Let us see. Okay. So let's just start with this one. So this is from Go Away Keyboard.
That's a funny designer.
Yep. Now what you doing? Oh my God.
You're right there.
Yeah, it's just that Facebook's been ridiculous.
You could have used a much shorter word there.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey,
Beanie Bum. Lauren, you could
What the heck is it doing? That's twice it's done it now. Sorry, guys, bear with. For some reason, it doesn't like me opening this blinking thread today. No. Go away, keyboard. Thank you.
Are you struggling?
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, right, let's try that again. So, red. I realised this week I have so many crafty kits and I would like to finish them. Tonight I tried to finish the diamond painting. I'm almost done. Just need to do the peaches. So the top half of this one, the peaches were not complete. However, Hannah's doing her thing again. She's got ice cream. However, red says, never mind, I finished it.
Yay.
Hey. Tinkly, tinkly.
Oh,
finish.
Hang on. Sorry, I'm too busy making Doington.
There we go. Nicely done, red. And then she says that she will work on this instead, which is a Hungarian folk embroidery piece. And that looks beautiful. I've seen you doing some of this embroidery before, Red, and it's absolutely lovely. So, yeah, can't wait to see that one grow.
Remind me, red is Hungarian, right?
I can't remember. It sounds awful. I am really sorry, Red. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think, I'm sure
Okay.
it's Hungarian.
Right, so our lovely Laura over in New Zealand. Here is the end point of Star Wars. 3,449 stitches, 18 count, 2 over 1. Pattern is from Zana Cross Stitch. Crescent Moon will be back on the hoop after work. So it sounds like Laura is back in work. And she's shared a mock-up of this one. Okay, there we go. That is Star Wars from Zana Cross Stitch. There we are. Okay, Daphne is on One to Rule Them All, so the same piece that I am doing, but because of moi. And she's starting today at 1,829 stitches. And if that obviously that is the top left, and it's all 310.
You little enabler, you.
I know I'm really naughty, aren't I?
No comment.
And Daphne has shared the mock-up. So this is the one that we are both working on today. That is One to Rule Them All, 350 by 230 stitches. Chilton Crafts. Oh, artwork is by Eric Stein. Okay. Sinead has finished the bears and is now working on one of the corners, hoping to have the cross stitching on this corner finished tonight and then start on the embroidery stroke speciality stitches tomorrow. So this one falling over my lips. This is a chatelaine. I think it's Northern Lights or something. Really beautiful.
You're getting a chatelaine, aren't you?
Yeah, at some point. Haven't firmed anything up yet. But yeah, that chatelaine is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I did see another chatelaine that I quite liked, actually. June has got 2 new starts. This is the second. Looks like some Minnie Mouse or Mickey Mouse action is going on there. Or I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Is it Minnie or Mickey? And this is the first start, so we're keeping us in suspense a little bit longer. A couple of printed kits. Filling in lots of 310 by the look of it on this one for June. Let's see if we can unravel the mystery of what these are. So the first one, I was right. So we've got Mickey and Minnie at the bottom and then a moon shaped like the head and ears of one of them.
Well, what colour's the bow? That'll probably give it.
There isn't a bow.
Oh. Well, it'd be Mickey then. Because Minnie Mouse would have a bow.
Yeah, Minnie Mouse would have a bow, wouldn't she? Yeah. And the second one, it looks like some kind of like a Japanese garden and waterfalls with a harvest moon in the background. Great stuff there, June. Looking forward to seeing those develop. Got an email. It's Lydia. Okay. Oh. You know, my tablet is not behaving for me tonight.
I'll very near it.
I know, it's just so rude.
It's rude. It really is rude. It's unbelievable.
It's just crashed my internet now. At my browser. Come on. There. Yep. Not letting me move it now. Hey, Laura. Just showing your lovely piece on Show and Tell, your Star Wars one. My tablet's misbehaving tonight. It's very rude. Okay. Go away, keyboard. Right. Okay. So Lindsay, who's currently in the chat, Lindsay at the Elvin Stitchery. Mickey's Coffee, as I only managed under 100 stitches today at the Stitchy Day. Too much talking. I hear you on that one. I absolutely hear you on that one. And if I'm right, Lindsay is stitching this one 32 count 1/110. Okay. Patsy, vintage sewing machine by Stitching Jules Design, 18 count Ada at 17.07%. So come on, Patsy, what thread are you using? Is it a variegated? Looks like it could be a variegated to me. Ah, yes, I was right there, Lindsay. Yeah, it's looking great.
You don't use variegated thread often, do you?
Very little. Vintage sewing machine there, Stitching Jules. A really lovely piece. Okay, I think it might have been answered. What colour floss are you using? DMC variegated 4519. Fabulous. And this is Lizzie's, Amy Stewart's Birds and Blooms, and she's made some more progress on the bird. It's looking good.
I'll set this lot up for you.
And there is the mock-up. And Lizzie's working on this bird here. Oh, you see, I told you my tablet is being very naughty tonight. Lizzie's working on this bird here in the middle on the left-hand side. Okay. Monique did 1,500 stitches today. This is Steampunk Portal, part of the Haid Stitch Along, aiming to get the first instalment finished next weekend. So, yeah, it's looking amazing. And it's Chira Marchetti, I think. Okay, Tori is working on, this is brilliant, Dressed Monkey on the Throne from Etsy on 28 count, 1/1, full cross, 73%, and Hunter approves. So, yeah, we have a monkey on the loo. Extraordinary. Brilliant. There is the mock-up. The monkey's looking at the cat. Yeah. I never spotted that, but yeah, I see that. It's brilliant. Hi Nicola, it says, Kay, I hope we had a great day. Stitching, currently working on focus for a finish and hit 50% this morning. After 15 minutes of stitching, I would have stuck it out last week to hit that goal, but my eyes just wouldn't stay any longer. This is where Kay is as of at 6:20 p.m. and so far she's stitched 813 stitches, bringing the total stitch to 78,587,000 of 156,000 stitches, or 50.38%. This has been stitched on 25 count easy count, even weave, using CXC threads 1/1 full cross. I've switched to 20 stitch wide diagonals as I prefer the way the stitches flow, and this current section I'm not changing colours as often and seeing greater progress. In the replies below are my starting point this morning and the mock-up. So there we go. So this is Kay's piece, the Ching Chu Cook piece. Really beautiful. And some gorgeous colours in it. And this was the starting point earlier today. So yeah, you can definitely see that Kay's made a good chunk of progress. Are you enjoying having it in the nudge hoop, Kay? And this is the finished piece. And she's already more than 50%. So it will not be long and we will be ding, ding, dinging that bell. Super job there, Kay. Okay. Natalie has had to restart this piece twice, but she won't let it beat her. I can see it actually better through the camera. There's 3 or 4 different colours in there. Let's just have a look. Oh, come on, technology. Natalie, what's the piece that you're working on? Because you haven't popped a mock-up in or anything. But yeah, just share what you're working on for us in the chat, Flower. Sarah is busy working on Arctic Coming to Life by Jan Patrick Krasny. On 25 count, 2 over 1, full cross. And 7.99% have been doing 200 stitches and managed to add another 150 stitches in the same amount of time. Fabulous. So 200 stitching is obviously working for you, Sarah, which is brilliant news. Cheryl has shared here her Disney cross stitch. We are down almost, well, what, 100, 200 stitches, less a few maybe, to the bottom, ready to move the frame. I think you've got a little more to do on this one, haven't you, Cheryl? It's looking great. Sharon is not joining tonight. She's out for dinner, but she will be watching on catch up. So, hey, Sharon. Okay. Susan is busy on her stitching shelf. Amy Stewart, 1 over 1 on 25 count. Supersized max colour. And almost 12% completed. Got a lovely fireplace in there. And then your next stitchy lady coming in. Looking fantastic, Susan. Jennifer is working on Christmas Mug Club Tree number 4 by Shannon Christine Designs, getting ready for the Super Bowl, so not sure if I'll be joining. Go Chiefs.
Go Eagles.
Andy says go Eagles. Me, I say go to sleep, because it'll be in the middle of the night. Joyce is working on the Haid Sal staggered diagonals for a bit. Always good to have a little change, Joyce. I like working staggered diagonals. But yeah, it's looking good. Gail is working on her Lady in Poppies. Come on, show us properly. Thank you. Nope, still not doing it, are you? There we go. It's really lovely, Gail. Okay, Cheryl says she take a picture to get down the bottom before moving it over. Brilliant. Gail's working on a 16, that Poppies, Lady in Poppies is a 16 count Luca S kit. Tracy has started Dragon Heart by Anne Stokes. It was in World of Cross Stitch January 2025. 32 count Murano printed fabric with the called for DMC. Always good to have a new start. Oh, Tracy, you forgot the mock-up. Oh, bless you. Brittany has a new Haid start. This is Friends by Jeff Haney. Stitching 1 over 1 full cross on 32 count. We Cantaloupe by Be Stitch Me. I'm starting bottom right and will stitch diagonally to the top left. Started on the 8th of February, 321 stitches, out of 283,500 for 0.11%. So cool. Nicely done, Brittany. And there is the mock-up. Oh, I like that. That is really nice. I like that. It's very moody. That is 450 wide by 630 high. And 88 colours. Cool. Yes, it is yours, Brittany. Chrissy had a new start yesterday from Stitches So Beautiful. Easter Fairy 2 by Passy Art. Did a centre start mock-up in the reply. Great stuff. Let's go and see the mock-up. There we go. And oh my goodness, that is beautiful. I love that. That is like a modern twist on a flower fairy, isn't it? You know, the Cicely Mary Barker one. That is beautiful. Love it. Stay away from Stitches So Beautiful, Nicola.
Are you telling yourself to stay away from
I am. Tracy's Quaker Flag. Laura says, got to go, breaks over. Enjoy the rest of the live. Watch on replay. No worries, Laura. So it's Tracy's Quaker Flag currently at 30.76%. And this is the Union Jack one that you're doing, isn't it, Tracy? It's absolutely stunning. Stitching's beautiful. Absolutely love it. Tracy Albert, One Piece Flag, Nico, Robin, 1215 stitches remaining at 89.96%. Go Tracy, you can do it.
That's nearly finished.
Yep.
I'll be ringing the bell for you soon.
I would imagine Wednesday, all being well. Our lovely Carla is working on Van Gogh Cat, 4.04% in this weekend. I know she shared a mock-up, and this is another stunner. Just look at that. Isn't that stunning? Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, just love it. Love it. So many beautiful pieces. Laurie had a random act of kindness from a new friend. She sent me Drive Through Dragon by Hade and Dragon Muse. I'm not talented enough to post a picture. Huge thank you to my new UK stitchy friend. Natalie shared here. This is the mock-up of Natalie's finished piece, the one that she's just started. It's a beautiful sampler, Home Sweet Home. How fabulous is that? I think you'd call it a sampler, wouldn't you? Yeah, because it's got the alphabet in it. Absolutely lovely, that. That'll be gorgeous when it's done, Natalie. Okay. Let me just reopen the thread, make sure I haven't missed anything. Let me just refresh. June's discovered tent stitching and loves it. Yep. It's just ways down to the bottom. Right, Daddy. Oh, what you got?
It's them crisps I got me.
Oh, no, that is everything. Okay, cool. So thank you guys very much indeed for your beautiful show and tells, or sew and tells, should I say. And did you see the 5 golden rules of cross stitch, everybody? There you go. You see, everybody should work to these. Rule number 1, you do not have to finish a project. Number 2, starting new projects keeps creativity alive when old ones lose their spark. Number 3, stitching is about the process, not just the finishing. Enjoy the relaxation and creativity it brings. Why won't it allow me to move it on? There are another couple brackets. It won't let me read them. But definitely, you guys should take notice of that. Kay was working on a witching hour yesterday, and we have a finish. I know she's not posted it on the main thread, but we have a finish.
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
Hang on.
Come on. Dingly, dingly, dingly.
I'm not in position. There we go.
This is Enid's beautiful finish. She FFO'd this one, felt cloth on the back, made a drawstring closure for that, sewed the bow on over the hoop mechanism. It's a hoop finish of her absolutely beautiful irises. So that is absolutely awesome, Enid, and I love it. Petra asks, is the pattern available to buy? In the comments, and yes, it is. It is from Etsy, Coricamo embroidery on Etsy. So if you were looking at something beautiful, stylized, stained glass type of item, Enid's got you covered. Go look on Etsy. Cool. So there we go. Right, fabulous. Well done, everybody. Thank you all so much for your sharing. It's absolutely awesome. They have a roses, tulip, etc. versions of it also. So yeah, if you're looking for a little floral stained glass, Etsy's your place. But yeah, a couple of finishes on there today from Reg and from Enid. I think that were the only 2 finishes, wasn't it? So yeah, super duper. We were all behind you on that one, Enid. It's been a bit of a struggle, hasn't it, to get over to the finish line with your wrist and the injury that you had. Awesome stuff. I'm glad to see Sew and Tell back this week. I'm just waiting for Patsy to come and tell me what she's bought now. Anything caught your eye this time, Patsy? Yeah, it was annoying and I had sewing class the day after. Yeah, indeed, Sandy, well done, everyone. Absolutely love it. Love to see these pieces progress as well. Isn't Monique's Haid Sal looking glorious? And Joyce's as well, those flamingos. Wow. They've got some amazing colours in them. Oh, not this time, Patsy. Oh, never mind. It's always Wednesday. Yeah. Really, really nice to see some gorgeous coloured pieces. Patsy can't buy Tracy's because Tracy made the chart. It's all good. Oh, you're 99% back to being decrepit, Edith, your wrist. Enid. Bless you. What's your next finish then, Enid? That's what we want to know. What you're going to be working on next? Still got 70 odd of you in here on a Sunday night. That ain't bad, is it, love?
Nope.
You said 127 was to beat. I don't think I'm going to get to 127. You don't know. Oh, hey, Joe. How you doing this evening? Yeah, second sesh out for this one. 1,000 stitches in rotation. And now it's getting some bonus little boost on the Sunday stream. If I stitched on nothing but pandemic, I could finish it a long time from now, but that seems cruel. Well, I don't know if you caught what we were saying earlier, Enid, about having a thread in the group. And Patsy just named it. Where is it? What did he call it, Patsy? I'm finding it. I'm finding it. Oh. The single thread. Thank you, Patsy. I was just looking for your comment. So yeah, the single thread. So in the group, we're going to open a thread called the single thread. So anything that you're working on that you feel like, well, I need to get more working on this, we're going to do the single thread. So you put in a start picture, work in a single thread, and put in a finished picture. I've completely lost where I am. Hold on, 2 ticks. Let me just mark off. Maybe if I do that, I'll regain my place. I just made a note on Stitch Palace sweater weather that from today it's getting a thread a day. Brilliant. There I am. Right. Air fried French fries. Some of you call them chips. For my family, so much better than from the oven. You're becoming an air fryer convert, Edith. Enid. Why do I keep calling you Edith? I don't know. I need a slap, I think. Why am I calling you Edith? Silly me. Yes, and air fryer chips are lovely. Yeah, we call them chips here in the UK. Slightly thicker than French fries, we call them chips. Joe's just a quiet stitchy day today. I'm so tired, says Patsy. I'm frogging stitches that don't need frogging. Oh, bless you. Do you know what? I've done that. And you know, I said I was working on Ice Dragon yesterday. It had plenty of these moments in it because I did that. I frogged stitches that didn't need to be frogged, and then I realized that they didn't need to be frogged, and then I got mad at myself. Hey, Karen. Okay. I can't stand to deep fry. The hot oil stresses me out. No, we don't deep fry in this house. We only ever oven cook or air fryer. Air fryers are incredibly popular here in the UK now. I don't know about overseas, but certainly in the UK, there were a couple of years ago. Everybody had an air fryer. Everybody bought an air fryer, and the world went mad for an air fryers. Oh, it seemed England went mad for air fryers. Do we eat ketchup with them? Yep.
We're talking about food again.
We certainly are.
Always seems to be a theme on a Sunday live stream. I'm sure you guys do it just so that I go to the kitchen and start eating.
Of course. You going into the kitchen and having a little mooch around for some food is part of the Sunday stream. Sometimes I have vinegar with mine. I converted my husband to the vinegar bandwagon. Yeah. Salt, vinegar, gravy, mayonnaise, all sorts of things we have on our chips. Marie says, I'm in Texas. Air fryers are big here too. Yeah, they kind of went through like a craze here. You know, everybody was like, we have to have one.
We have one.
Yeah. Silver Stitches, Lizzie, when you sleep the day away, but you still feel tired. Yeah. Yeah. Enid's husband is Canadian by osmosis. Caught him saying deek in casual conversation once. Oh. Oh, Catherine says curry sauce on her chips. Yeah, curry sauce, gravy, chips and beans is a big thing here too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Chips with fried eggs and baked beans is a meal. Chips and cheese, also common here in the UK. Yep. Chips, egg and beans with some bread and butter. It's a childhood, you know, something we had a lot when I was a little girl. Cheap and cheerful. Gravy with French fries. What do you think is wrong with mayonnaise with French fries? Ew. Chips, sausages, and mushy peas. And we also used to have sausage, chips, egg and beans when I was a kid, when we were a bit flush. You know, we had a few extra pennies to spend in the supermarket. And of course, there's the old favourite, fish and chips. Fish chips and mushy peas.
We just do simple food here, don't we?
Yeah.
As Brits, I mean, as a you know.
Chips, eggs, sausage, bacon, and baked beans. Yeah. We used to have on a Friday regular when I was a little girl, our Friday dinner at home. It was bacon, eggs, and tomatoes with crusty bread, proper crusty bread, you know, like with a hard skin from a hard crust from the bakers that you had proper real butter on it cut into doorsteps to soak up the tomato juice. Diane, I love mushy peas. Had them for the first time last year at the Great British Sampler Weekend. Yeah. Patsy's a fan of chips, cold meat, and peas. Yep. A long time ago, there was a fish and chips place, and they gave it to you wrapped in newspaper. It was divine. No peas, though. Yep. There is a place that me and Andy go to up on the coast here called Withensea. And they have a fish and chip shop where the fish and chips are cooked in beef dripping. And the taste is out of this world.
It's like nothing you've never had before, trust me.
Absolutely isn't it? It's the best thing ever. Fish and chips cooked in proper beef dripping. I'm getting hungry now.
Stop it. Stop talking about food then. Talk about something else.
I don't like the look of mushy peas, and they taste nice. I don't like canned vegetables, though, frozen or fresh for me. I'm not fussed about canned or frozen or fresh, you know, whichever. I eat a lot of vegetables, though, to be fair. Yeah, bacon, egg and tomatoes with crusty bread on a Friday. That was a dinner. On Saturdays in our house when I was a little girl, it was always fish and chips. On a Sunday, it was usually roast chicken. Monday, it was pies. Tuesday, it was sausages. Thursday, it was, Wednesday, it was, I don't know, something else. Thursday, it was, my mum and dad would go shopping and they'd have steak. No, hang on. Monday, it was chips, egg and beans. Tuesday, it was pie. Wednesday, it was sausages. That were it. My mum had a little routine. Oh, Patsy's got to go and stand in the garden. Oh, heck.
Why?
She's having a hot flush.
Oh.
She's taking us with her, though. She's not missing anything. I don't blame you, Patsy. My husband buys Scotch meat pies when he misses homeland. Yeah. Scotch pies are awesome. I like Scotch pies. And the people in Scotland, and I know that I've got a couple of Scotties in here tonight, will deep fry anything. You knew what were coming there, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It's true, though.
There was a deep fried full Christmas dinner, including, deep fried sprouts, deep fried roast potatoes, deep fried mince pie. Yeah. A full-on Christmas dinner deep fried. A deep fried chip butty.
Deep fried Mars bar.
Deep fried Mars bar is obviously the most famous thing. Deep fried pizza, I've seen that. There's a reel. There's a somebody that does these reels on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they just deep fry all kinds of random stuff. Yeah, burgers and chip butties and pizza and all kinds of stuff. And I just think, wow, really? You deep frying all this stuff? God, your poor arteries. Too greasy for me. Stereotype I don't adhere to, says Kay. Yeah. I know not everybody in Scotland does it, but I'm waiting for the deep fried tunnocks and stuff next.
Oh, trust me, I'm sure they've tried that.
Local butcher shop has a good variety of pies. I like them. My hubby with German heritage cannot stand them. He doesn't have the same cultural heritage that you do. Yeah. Oh, this one's like a green. This colour, 934.
It's a green.
It is a green. Speaking of Scots, I had a friend request this week off Lewis Capaldi. And I tell you what,
not the actual Lewis Capaldi.
Lewis Capaldi has got the finest rack you ever did see. Got a right pair of knockers. He even sent me a PM and everything. I was like, wow, Lewis has changed. Because, of course, I've met him several times.
3 times.
Is it 3?
Yes.
Yeah, 3 and seen him 4. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Lewis, but as I said, Lewis Capaldi, you know what, this time away that he's had with his Tourette's, I don't know what he's been doing, but he has got the finest pair of knockers you ever did see. You'll be mammogramming them, not Instagramming them. Yeah, sent me a message and everything saying hi. I was like, wow.
Well, you are on first name terms with him.
Yeah. I'm Italian American, but we'll try any food once. How would I know if I like it if I don't try it? Yeah, absolutely true. Patsy had chippy earlier. Steak pie supper. My mum-in-law deep fries parboiled potatoes. Oh my God, so good. Yep. Not a fan of Lewis, prefer his distant cousin Peter. Yeah. Lewis is just an all-round nice guy. And Hannah told him off for swearing, believe it or not. All that swearing that Hannah does on my videos, and she told Lewis Capaldi off for swearing. Can you believe it?
And what did he say back to her? I can't remember.
He hushed his mouth, put his hand across his mouth and looked guilty. Kelly, going to head out. Daughter's here, going to walk the dogs. No worries at all, Kelly. Thanks for dropping in. Been lovely to have you. Hopefully see you Wednesday, all being well.
Yeah.
I said to him, I said, this is my daughter Hannah. She's come to see you, but more specifically, she come to see Nina Nesbitt, because Nina Nesbitt was the support that night, and Hannah's a big fan of Nina Nesbitt. And he said to her, did you like the show? Did you enjoy the show? And she said, yes, but you swear a lot. You have a potty mouth.
You see, this is in the days just before Lewis got super big.
Yeah.
I mean, he was big at the time, don't get me wrong, but this is before he became super
This
big.
was when he'd done Before You Go, I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was Someone You Loved era.
Yeah. He wasn't quite at superstar level, but he was close.
I actually said to him in the lead mill in Sheffield, when he was a support act and there were about 12 people in the room watching him,
Yeah.
I said to him, I think that you are really good and I think you've got a big future ahead of you.
And he was like, nah.
And we listened to the main act we never listened to. We listened to Lewis's EP on the way home. Didn't we? Do you remember?
Yeah, you're still a fan of C-Flat.
Oh, I am still a fan of C-Flat, absolutely. But that night, I said to you, didn't I? I said, he's going to be big. And you were like, yeah, maybe. I'm like, he's going to be big. I was right.
You were right.
Can't decide whether to get my 80s sewing machine serviced or buy a modern machine. Patsy says, get a new one. Janomi is a good make.
Sewing machine.
Mm-hmm.
You have a sewing machine, Nikki.
I have 3.
You have 3?
Yes.
I only know of 1.
I have my mother's Singer, which is over there.
That one over there, yes.
I have one in the bottom of the pantry at the back, which is buried.
Oh, yes, I do know about that one, yes.
I have my little tabletop one, like a tiny tabletop one, which I got from Hobbycraft, which is very noisy.
Is that the one that's in the conservatory?
Yes.
I do know about all 3 then.
I have to be honest though, my mother's Singer, I haven't looked at it since it's just been sat there behind me. Or rather behind a sofa.
It's doing a job sat there. It's
holding up a shelf.
Holding that shelf in place. That was my idea, that.
Yeah, it's my mother's machine. And I wouldn't part with it for all the tea in China.
Because if that weren't there, that shelf would fall down.
I just wouldn't part with it. It's my mother's machine. It was it would have been my mother's birthday last Thursday. If she was still with us, it should have been 76. Sadly, she is not. She will be forever 64. And on Wednesday this week, it will be 12 years since she passed away. So it's not going to be an easy day, but I've got my life to distract me in the evening, which is nice.
And you have me to distract you otherwise.
Sentiment means more than money. Absolutely spot on, Lizzie. Absolutely spot on. And I can remember seeing my mother many a night sat at that sewing machine. She made us clothes and what have you. And, you know, she hemmed curtains and she, you know, did this and did that and fixed things and altered things. And you know. Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't part. My stepdad brought it for me not long after she died because he knew that I'd want it. Because for him, it's just like, doesn't mean anything. But he knew that I'd want it because he knew what it meant to me. But it's a heavy thing, a really heavy thing.
Sewing machines are though, Nikki. I mean,
not the one I've got in the pantry. The one I've got in the pantry is light as a feather.
Well, that's kind of an anomaly, I guess. But what people maybe don't realise is that even though Nikki doesn't do a lot of sewing, my mother used to, not so much now because of arthritis and that. So I know full well that sewing machines are, quite heavy things from having to, carry them myself at various points. So it's kind of not surprising that it's a heavy thing.
Yeah, your mother had a knitting machine as well, didn't she?
I have 3 of them.
So that's something I never did. My mother never did. Never had a knitting machine.
Yeah. My mother's knitting machines, blooming heck. Churning out snowmen and Santa Claus and... See, what my mum did, for those who maybe do have knitting machines themselves or maybe do knitting of some description, my mum used to make advent calendars, knitted advent calendars. They basically came in 2 forms. There was a snowman and there was a
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. There was occasionally Father Christmas as well. Basically, it was like if you imagine a snowman, but with a square body and not a round one.
And little knitted pockets and everything.
Yeah, there were 24 knitted pockets on.
And you filled it up with your own sweeties or whatever.
It's reusable. So the idea is, you use it one year, then you get it out the next and just put
She did one for each of girls.
Yeah, I think they're upstairs somewhere. There was one point where everybody was asking her to make one. And of course, this wasn't like a business or anything. It was a case of, mum just liked doing it. so there was...
Yeah, she did a lot, didn't she?
There was a point where virtually everybody that knew her was wanting one.
And she personalised them with names and everything.
Yeah. And the pattern wasn't something that was bought or whatever. Is that my mum's head? My mum made.
Yeah, she was creative, weren't she?
Yeah.
To make them.
Yeah. But blimey, you knew mum was all right if you could hear a noise from a bedroom, the zzz, 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 zzz of the knitting machine going backwards and forth. Because that's what noise they make.
Yeah, it should drive me daft. Happy days, Andy. Happy days. Them little memories, isn't it? I mean, my mum as well, she was a big baker. And I can remember, nights where she'd bake for hours. And she'd make bread and she'd make biscuits and she'd make cake and she'd make pastry and she'd make, like meat pies and stuff. And it would also fill up the freezer.
Yeah.
But every so often she would do a big batch, and she'd be there making bread and cake and stuff. And, she'd make bread rolls. And, my mother's bread rolls were absolutely phenomenal. My mum was a cook by profession. So, I mean, she could bake, she really could bake. At Christmas, we never bought Christmas cake or mince pies or anything like that because my mother made them.
Yeah, my mum was good at making Christmas cake. The standing joke at Christmas, though, was, have you got a chainsaw?
Why?
To cut it. to cut it, because it was always too hard.
Well, it's packed with fruit then.
No, it's not. No, not the middle bit. The icing and
the icing and the marzipan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a sharp knife for them. Yeah, I can remember the smell of bread, my mother proving it, and the smell of baking bread as well. God, it used to be gorgeous. My dad, one of the things that my mum and dad had been separated for more than 20 years because they both died within 5 months of each other. And I'd lost connection with my dad, not because of him, but because of the person that he lived with. And I reconnected with him literally weeks before he died. And he was saying to me, you know, the one thing that I'll always remember, because I told him obviously my mum had passed away. And I said to him, you know, my mum, he says, oh, I'm quite upset about that. He said, a couple of things about your mum. She was a good sparring partner. You know, my mum was quite fiery, and if they rowed, she was quite a good sparring partner for him. And she managed to put him in his place, don't get me wrong. He said, and the other thing, her baking was second to none. And I really do miss your mum's baking. Just goes to show, isn't it? It's funny, the marriage didn't work, but he still held happy memories. Strange, isn't it?
It's not the same for every marriage, I'm afraid.
No, it's not. No, I get that.
I was racking my brains there, trying to think of some happy memories from my first marriage, but I can't.
From your third marriage?
First.
Oh, I thought you said third then. I was going to say, there's something that you haven't told me.
There won't be a third. Only a first and second, thank you.
The first one's the practice run. And the second one is the one for keeps.
I mean, you're right.
Enid heard third as well. I was like, hold the phone. Yeah. That's why I had to double check Enid.
Sorry, it's not your ears, it's just the way I'm talking. Ignore me.
Nakashu and Nicola are MFEO.
MFEO?
Made for each other.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
are you disagreeing?
No, I'm not disagreeing. I didn't know what the acronym stood for. MFEO.
Yeah.
What?
They're made for each other. For every shoe, there's a sock.
That is apparently the case.
Although I was mistaken for Andy's mum today.
It's happened before, to be fair. But even so, it's not a nice thing to have to tell somebody that, no, I'm not.
I'm not the mum, I'm the wife.
See, there are 10 years between, well,
9.
9 years, but there's 10 at certain points in the year between our two birthdays. In fact, there's 10 now because I'm 40, Nikki's 50, but I'm 41 next month. So, you know, it goes back down to 9.
Yeah.
But, you know, 10 years, when you think about it, at this age, it's not that much. And I know, I can think of at least one couple who have got 10 years between them, who I've known in the past. So it's not uncommon to be with someone who's older than you by that amount of time.
And it doesn't matter which party's the older one either. But, I was mistaken for your mother. I mean, all right, I get it. I live in Rotherham. By Rotherham standards, I could be a mother, but Christ. I mean, that was the best when you and I went to Tesco's that time. And it was Christmas. And I was getting, some Christmas drinks, as you do. And the cashier said, can I see your ID? I was like, oh, blimey, I must look young today. She went, oh, no, it's not for you. It's because you got your son with you. And I went, that's my fiancé. And she didn't know where to put herself. And I let her stay awkward.
It's it is a little bit wrong, isn't it? For
Yeah.
people to assume things like that. Because you never actually know. You never actually know if you meet someone for the first time. You never actually know how old they are unless you either ask or it gets revealed in some other way.
Yeah.
I mean,
to be fair, I mean the age gap's never bothered us. It just seems to bother everybody else. A cashier at a store asked if I was buying stuffed animals for my grandkid. I was in my late 40s. I almost fell over the cashier. As the cashier was old enough to be my mother. I said, no, it's for my daughter. Yeah, I had that as well with, I think it was when Lauren was a baby, because I was 34 when Lauren was born. Yes, 34, which is considered geriatric. You know, at 34, some of my school friends were becoming grandparents, and here's me just having a third child. Yeah, it's you know, a few times it's happened now, and I'm getting to the point that, you know, people should ask, not assume. You know, nobody batted an eyelid at, well, they did. Bill Wyman and Mandy Smith, when they got married, because she was over the age of consent. It's just annoying when people don't ask. I hear I had Tyson at 35. Yeah. You know, your oldest one on flipping maternity unit. That was, you know, a real frustration for me. You know, people thinking that it wasn't my baby, it was my grandchild. Someone knocked on the door. They saw me and asked if my parents were home. I told it was my home and shut the door. I don't blame you. How rude. My late sister was 21 years older than me, so people always assumed she was my mum. My mum had me at 42. Yeah. People assume Hannah and Lauren are twins.
because they look similar. They're not,
yeah.
They're not perfectly similar, but they look
very alike.
That's how it is.
The difference, of course, being Hannah doesn't wear glasses.
No.
That's the biggest difference between the two of them.
It is.
Yeah, anything over the age of 30 in the UK, you are considered a geriatric mother. I was 26 when Hannah was born. 29 when Victoria was born, and 34 when Lauren was born, and considered geriatric. When I was 19, my boyfriend was 39. Everyone thought it was too old for me, but I thought it was amazing, so it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. No, very true. Too true. Hey, Kay, I was 27 and 37. Yeah. Cecilia is from the States. My son is 27 now, and I'll be 65 in July. You know, I think that's the thing. When you choose not to have a baby as a teenager, you want to have a little bit of life and, you know, a bit of experience of life. And then you decide to have children once you're settled and happy and stuff. People think it's strange because everybody else is having kids at 16 and 17 and 18, and you know, you get into 30s and you're having children. Janet Jackson had her first baby at 50.
what is the optimum age for it?
I don't think there is one. The optimum age for me was when I was emotionally ready, and I was nowhere near emotionally ready to have a child until I was in my mid-20s. And even then, when I got pregnant with Hannah, it was a complete shock. Because me and my ex-husband, as you know, didn't think we could get pregnant. I had a phone call from the doctors asking me about a certain intimate lady parts test that he's doing on the regular. And I was counting, I asked him when I had to come, and I was counting back the days. I was like, oh. Took a test, and then in the December along came Hannah. We'd only been trying for what, 3 years? When I had my daughter, and they told me it's what they called an elderly first-time mum. Yeah. But the second you hit 30, you're geriatric, and you have to have additional checks and stuff.
It's funny thinking 30 is something you could use with the term geriatric. My neck. I mean,
The system's ridiculous, isn't it?
I mean, I'm 40. Does that mean I must be past geriatric now?
Yeah. You see, if at 30 you're geriatric, what the hell was Janet Jackson doing giving birth at 50? What would she have been?
Ancient.
Should have been dug up. Good grief. Crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? You should never feel like a failure because you haven't had children. There are other ways in which you can look after the younger generation. You don't have to have had children yourself. If you'd have seen me at the age of 20, you'd have said, no way, not ever in a million years will that woman ever have children. I had midwives for the first time, and I had a freak out. I was too old, and they laughed at me. They had a pregnant client who was 40 or 41. Yeah. Weird, isn't it, how the preconceived notions of, you know, somebody being that age is too old. I mean, in the town that I was living in, there was a girl who got pregnant and had a baby at age 11. I mean, can you imagine? And somebody did go to prison for that. But yeah, I don't know. You all right, my dear?
Yeah.
Oh, Laurie's in a blizzard outside. Yes, Hannah's a December baby.
Yes, I was born in March.
Yeah, I'm January. Lauren April, Victoria May.
All the best people are born in March.
I have a cousin who had their first on a 10th birthday. Holy crap. That's mental. Couldn't imagine it. Those are to be left there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering when they're going to be shifted.
They're going to be shifted tomorrow when we pack Lauren's case.
For Gay Paris.
Yep, indeed. Which I'm sure she's now getting very excited about.
I have to take her to school at midnight.
You've got a school run to do at midnight, haven't you, love?
I am not looking forward to this. I am usually asleep at midnight.
Yeah.
In fact, I normally sleep 2 hours before midnight.
You normally sleep at 10.
I don't know how I'm going to do it.
You'll be fine.
I've got to think round it though.
Have a snooze in the afternoon. Let's have a snooze in the afternoon. You're entitled.
I'll work it out.
Yes, the joys of the midnight drop off and 3 a.m. pickup. Yep. It is ridiculous, isn't it? But what they'll do is they'll go on the coach down to Dover and they'll get on the ferry at Dover. I suppose it's all the timings to get the best out of the trip. And, you know, she's got a little neck pillow and that for sleeping on the coach. And I've said to her that she needs to try and make sure that she has a sleep on the coach. But knowing Lauren, she'll be awake and excited and buzzing all night. But I'm going to try and get her to come home from school and have a little sleep. I know she'll be excited, but still. Okay, right. We are at 2 hours, chaps. Oh, no. 343 stitches there. And that is where I will be leaving this one. Oh no, I won't forget a passport. Right, so thank you guys very much indeed for joining me. Thank you for taking part in Sew and Tell. And we are going to open that there thread, aren't we, Pat? Well, I'm going to open it and we're going to do the stitching my brain is not working.
The single thread.
The single thread. That's it. Thank you.
Hey, it proves I was listening.
So yeah, single thread will be opened either tonight or tomorrow. And I'm going to write it down. And we're all going to get some progress on those single thread whips. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Frost Tube will be up on Tuesday. I should be able to talk on Wednesday because the front teeth are still going to be there. So I should be fine this week. It's just next week things start to get a bit hairy. So I will see you guys on Wednesday, all being well. If not, I'll see you next Sunday. But of course, Floss Tube will be out on Tuesday and my 2 stitch with me as usual, Thursday and Saturday. So good night, everybody, and see you soon. Bye. So bye-bye, Andy.
Bye-bye, Andy.